Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Zach Jones, and I know I've been away for a while, but I've just had a lot going on that I've needed to sort out, but I'm trying to get back into my writings and my readings. So today I will be reading you a tale from my novel that I'm working on. It's Khan and the Caged Bear Fight, and this is sort of a origin story to Khan the Werewolf Fighter, but there are a few changes in this, in his tales, because I've had to make a few changes to my writings to put in my book. Anyway, enough about that. Just sit back, relax, and get ready. I'm about to begin. Khan and the Caged Bear Fight. This tale takes place in the world of Tarous. We travel to the country of Linthadal, the country in the centre of Tarous, as well as the homeland of the race of men known as the Imperia and the Tarous Empire. It is also where we meet the young Khan werewolf fighter and the eldest son of the Lord of Honeyhill and Lord of Honeyhill Manor and Marshal of the Riverland in Skyvale, Khan of Honeyhill Manor, who has run away from home to become a cage fighter, only to realise he has made a huge mistake. This is also where Khan will face the second largest predator in all of Tarous, a cave bear, and where he develops his deep fear of bears. But can his siblings and his friends save him in time? We shall find out. Khan walked into the fighting chamber full of men, elves, dwarves, gnomes, and a few fairies and pixies, all gathered around a large cage-like pit in the centre of the chamber. At the age of 19, Khan was a Regana, one of the three races of men in Tarous, who was entering full manhood. He was tall and muscular with broad shoulders, almost tanned skin, dark green eyes, darkish brown hair with his beard beginning to grow, and his hands were as big as the butt of a shield. Khan was the eldest son of a blacksmith, who was also the Marshal of the Riverland Kingdom in Skyvale, and the Lord of Honeyhill Manor, a large manor outside the city of Riverstone in the Riverland Kingdom in the southeast of Skyvale. His father and barmaid mother always hoped Khan would be the next Lord of Honeyhill and the Marshal of the Riverland when his father was called to the spirit realm of Malthangar. But Khan, being a werewolf fighter, a man who fights werewolves for a living but with his bare hands, didn't want to be the Lord of the Manor or Marshal of the Riverland. This caused a huge argument between them and resulted in Khan riding south for Linthadal, the world of Tarous' capital country, little knowing that his first three sisters, Raina, Kara and Rayanne, three brothers, Darson, Martin and Arson, were coming to save him. Khan walked into the cage pit. Everyone cheered as he walked in. Then a large and muscular male Maud, another of the three humans of Tarous, walked into the arena with his upper body bared to reveal knots of muscle. He also had pale white skin, long black hair with an untidy beard, huge hands, a slightly crooked nose, dark blue eyes, and black hair that covered much of his chest. Khan also guessed that he must be 25 years of age. "Who might you be?" Khan asked calmly and politely, the way his mother taught him. "My name is Maurice of Shorestead," he said in a Skyvale accent. "I've been looking for someone to match me in fighting. I see that I'm about to fight the famous werewolf fighter from Riverstone." The Maud finished with an unpleasant smile, showing his yellowing and almost broken teeth. This sent a shiver down Khan's spine. The Regana raised his fists, looked Maurice in the eyes, and prepared to fight. This wasn't Khan's first cage fight. For the last year and a half, Khan had been involved in 4 cage fights, and he came out as the victor, so he wasn't worried. Then a loud, booming voice echoed through the chamber. "Ladies and gentlemen of all race and rank, we of the Empire are proud to welcome you to the 324th Cage Arena Battle. I, Emperor Theodras II of Linthadal, am delighted to announce that we have some new fighters this year from across Tarous. Now, let the games begin!" bellowed the voice. Khan and Maurice then began to circle each other as the crowd cheered them on. Maurice swung his right fist at Khan's head, but the Regana ducked. The fist swung over his head. Then he got up quickly and swung his own fist at Maurice, his knuckles cracking into the Maud's jaw and causing him to stagger backwards. "You're stronger than you look, Regana!" "Puh!" Maurice said as he spat out a mouthful of blood. Then he lunged at Khan and punched him in the side of the head. His temple exploded with pain and he staggered to one side. But then Khan lunged his fist at Maurice, using all his strength to drive him forward. This time, Khan's knuckles smashed into the Nord's nose and blood sprayed from his face as he fell backwards. Maurice then swung his right leg out from under Khan, knocking the Regana off his feet and causing him to have his head crash to the ground with a painful thud. Dazed, he then felt an explosion of pain as Maurice's boot slammed into his ribs, and then the Maud grabbed him by the throat and lifted him off the ground and to his feet. "Let's see how strongly built your race is, shall we?" he said menacingly, and then started punching. Khan felt explosions of pain as Maurice's fist slammed into his nose, jaw, cheek, chin, and every other inch of his face. "If you were Maud-born like me, you would be dead," Maurice crowed as he punched Khan in the face. But then Khan grabbed Maurice's fist, spat out a mouthful of blood into the Maud's face, then scowled mockingly at him. "If I was you," he punched Maurice in the face with his own fist, "I would be ugly with terrible teeth," Khan finished, and then punched Maurice in the face 5 more times, and then threw him to the ground. The crowd cheered and booed as Maurice was carried away by Empire Legion soldiers. They also dropped a spear at Khan's feet and walked away. Khan raised his eyebrows as he picked up the spear. Then he heard a deep and loud, blood-curdling roar that made the hairs on his arms bristle. Khan turned and saw a truly frightening sight. A huge cave bear, standing 13 feet tall on its hind legs, large claws like daggers protruding from its huge paws. Its thick, dark brown fur shone in the torchlight, and its dark yellow teeth flashed as it let out a bellowing roar. Khan gripped the spear shaft tightly in his sweaty hands, just as the bear dropped on to its feet and advanced towards him. Khan wasn't usually this scared, but now he was more scared than he usually was when he fought werewolves, because a fully grown cave bear is a whole different kind of beast to fight with just a spear and alone. Oh dear, Khan seems to be in a bit of a pickle now, doesn't he? Well, you'll have to wait until part 2 of this tale to learn more about it, and if he will survive this battle. Well, but don't worry, it will be coming into you very soon. Hope you enjoy, and please leave a comment down below. Bye.